Kahit ganun lang kaliit ang puhunan mo, pwede ka na magkabangko, pwede ka na magka-bank account, pwede ka na maghanap buhay, pwede ka na magnegosyo. And with the American charge, well, as you can imagine, pagka kausap natin Amerikano, marami talaga kaming pag-uusapan. But primarily, one of the first subjects that we came upon were the assistances that the United States is offering to mitigate climate change in different countries. At very active sila. They want to take a leadership role in the mitigation of the effects of climate change and global warming. And I said, that became, nung nakita ko sa brief na yun ang kanilang ginagawa, ay nakita ko kagad kasi napakataas natin, top 3 tayo at risk sa climate change. So that is immediately of great interest. Security concerns, of course, have always been a big part of our relationship with the United States. But then the additional, ang aking sinasabi, it is very well, of course, we will welcome any assistance for the economy that we can get from the United States. But I think that not only a dependence on aid from the United States, but also in trade not aid, balik pa rin tayo doon, trade not aid. And so to open the government, the bureaucracy, this administration, to the possibilities of private partnerships, joint venture from the Philippines and with the American. Marami naman tayong history sa ganyan. Marami nagbubukas dito na kumpanya na American for a long time now. So that is a well-established route or role that we have the part of our relationship. Siyempre, security concerns, pinag-usapan namin the return or the re-signing or the extension of the VFA agreement and how it has to be redefined for the near future with the changing situation around the world, especially in our region. Siyempre, yun ang ating primary concern. So we talked about some new technologies that might be available to us in terms again of power generation, but which ang usapan talaga nasa climate change. Napunta kasi naman climate change na pupunta yan sa lahat ng sektor. Kaya yun ang napunta sa power, napunta sa agri, napunta sa iba't ibang sektor. So that is the extent of my discussions with the ambassadors today, with some of the diplomats that came to see me today. This is not the first time I've met with him. This must be about the second, third, or fourth time already. Dahil nung kampanya pa lang, marami nang pumupunta, nagtatanong, ano ba talagang iniisip mo, ano yung binabalak mo. And this is just to further the discussion so we get into actual practical detail. Hindi lang yung mga vague ideas of what can be done. But really to dig down and to see what can be done, what needs to be done para mag-succeed itong mga program na ito. What do we have to do in the Philippines? What can we expect from our partners around the world? So that's basically it. Except for some of, I think yung inaantay nyo talaga yung mga appointment. Well, our friend, the incoming DOJ secretary has already announced it himself. So sigundahan ko na lang siya that Boying Remulla, I have asked him to join the government as DOJ, the Secretary of the Department of Justice. I think he will be very good. He has, as you know, he has a great many years of experience in government, number one. And what many people do not know is that he's actually a very, very good lawyer. And so I think he will fit very nicely into the DOJ. I guess we can talk about our last meeting already. I had over lunch the former Secretary Laguesma of Dole and Tuts Ople to talk about the labor segment, both Dole and the new Department of Migrant Workers. So our new my nominee for Dole is going to be the former Secretary Laguesma, to return. And we've asked help from Tuts Ople to start organize already the Department of Migrant Workers, so that when the time comes that we are mandated to start operations, we are ready. Hindi na tayo mag-a-adjust, hindi na tayo magpapalit. Kaya ang naging concern ko is mahirap naman kung magbabago tayo 2 years from now, babaguhin natin dahil magkakaroon ng Department of Migrant Workers, kung ititigil pa natin ang services bago tayo nag-organize. So sabi ko, para hindi matigil ang functions, ay ngayon pa lang, umpisahan na nating pag-isipan kung ano ang gagawin natin para pagdating ng panahon ay mabilis na. The Department of Migrant Workers from the day one will immediately be operational and performing its function. That's really my general policy sa lahat na ito, is to fix policy as early as now, so that when the time comes that we are giving now our nominations to the CA, ay mabilis na ang magiging proseso. At kahit na hindi pa ma-confirm yung mga iba, hindi pa natapos ang confirmation process ng mga iba, ay ang mangyayari ay marami na tayong naintindihan na ng mga tao natin, the cabinet secretaries and the rest of government, kung ano yung kailangan gawin, what is expected, what the timetable has to be, so that we can immediately start work as soon as the term of the next administration begins. I have also tapped an old friend who also was formerly in this position, Arce Balisacan, who was our former NEDA. And I've asked him to return to NEDA. I've worked with him extensively in the time that I was governor. We have very similar thinking in that regard. Kaya malakas ang loob ko. I know he's very competent. I know his policies are policies that will be to the betterment of our country. And for employment, for the development of the economy. Nag-uusap kami ng ilang oras at mukha namang tumutugma ang aming pag-iisip tungkol sa approach natin dito sa mga darating na ilang taon when it comes to the economic managers. I know that siyempre ang punot dulo talaga ng susunod na administrasyon is the economy. Kaya alam ko yan, inaabangan na talaga ninyo. Allow me and maybe a few more days for me to be able to announce formally who will be part of the labor sector is going to be very much part of any redevelopment and recovery of the economy. So that's part of it. NEDA, obviously. Sa NEDA, having come from governor, sabi ko dapat ibalik natin yung primary function ng NEDA. NEDA, you have to remember, is the National Economic Development Authority. And the process has always been that the provincial development councils will forward their recommendations to the regional development council, which will forward their recommendations to NEDA. Hindi na nasunod yun. Kailangan natin maibalik because, again, being a proponent of local government, we need to hear from local governments so that what we do at the national level is relevant to the needs and the concerns of local government. So that's it for now. I think that's enough to be getting on with. We're working very hard on the other departments, and dahan-dahan naman. We are beginning to fill the positions. I still have to talk to them, some of our proposed nominees, and we have to understand na nagkakasundo kami sa polisiya. Kasi kung di naman sila mag-agree, mahirap naman masyado yun. So we will continue to discuss with them, and should they agree, umpisahan na namin ang mga planning para diyan. So, I wanted, technically talaga, dapat after proclamation itong mga announcement na ito. Pero I know na maraming hindi na makapag-antay dahil nga napaka-importante itong mga appointment na ito. But allow me the luxury of a few more days, and we will be able to announce more. At the moment, siyempre nakaabang kami sa canvassing. My best information is that the canvassing will proceed rapidly, and I told the speaker and the leadership of the House and of the Senate that I'm on call. Kung matapos sila, kahit anong oras, kahit hating gabi, I will be happy to go there to be proclaimed. So that's what we are busy with now. And that also explains to you bakit ako naka-Amerikana. Dahil nga, mga kaharap ko, ambassador, na ibang look namin dito sa headquarters at hindi na kami nangangampanya at we are now back in the office, working in the office. So I'll leave that with you for now. Well, I'll take a few.
Sa inauguration po Mr. President, are we going to hold it sa grandstand po?
Hindi kaya because nga may ospital eh. Ginagamit pa eh. Hindi naman natin pwedeng ilipat doon. Kailangan pa doon.
Manila government and even the DPWH Secretary or Chairman
No, I don't think there's any need to go to that. Yun lang, we're now looking for an alternative.
So out na po yung grandstand?
I think for now, unless something will change radically, we cannot use Kirino Grandstand. I would have, mas maganda para sa akin, gusto ko doon dahil yan ang tradition eh. Pero marami talagang pinalitan yung pandemic. Wala tayong magagawa.
Under your administration, will the Philippines participate in the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework?
Yes, we talked about that. Yes, we are very much involved. We are very much involved, and we are considered very much an important member of that aggregation. So some of the elements of the Indo-Pacific Regional Treaty are going. We spoke about with the different ambassadors, most specifically with the American charge. So yes, we will be involved in that.
House Majority Leader has said that.
I'm sorry.
House Majority Leader Romualdez has said that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm really.
Hello, sir. House Majority Leader Romualdez has said that as a stimulus measure, it's among your top priority legislation.
Yeah.
In the Congress, sir. Sir, maybe know, sir, if you think that the government still has funds to fund another stimulus package, and then, sir, given that 90% of the 2022 budget is already been dispersed to various agencies.
Yes, there are slight differences because although it has been disbursed, not all of it has been spent. So meron pa tayong breathing room, pero konti na lang. And so that's why we will have to look to the new budget, the budget for 2023, which is presently being written. We have to look at that to find sufficient funds for the things that we want to do. Kasi talaga, basically, move some public expenditure away from non-investment expenditures to more investment-led expenditures. Again, to revitalize, to really retool the economy.
Sir, you also open to open selling government assets, which is on the EIA and a portion of the bill as proposed by Congressman Salceda to pay for the country's debt, sir.
I'm always very wary of selling government assets. So as a matter of principle, I'd rather not. So, yes.
Sir, just a follow-up, how do you think the Philippines will benefit from the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework?
Well, it's going to be, because now, as I said, the survival and the stability of the global economy, or even just the regional economy, is going to depend on the partnerships we make with other countries. And that's why that's going to be very important. We have to open as much of the economy as we can to trade. And that's where these kind of treaties come in. Okay, thank you.